Hi, I'm Petros Bukopoulos. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering and finance student, and I've tutored ops for 2 years now.
My name's Tisha Papa. I'm in my 4th year of studying mechatronic engineering and computer science, and I've tutored ops for 2 years now.
My name's Tristan Cook. I graduated 2 years ago. I tutored with ops for 1 year, and I presented at a conference at Stelly.
I guess initially I was quite nervous because it's slightly different to how I'd approach the problem, but I quickly learned that it's a better way and a more effective way to approach a problem. So I found that easier when I'm communicating it to students, is that I can tell them, this is what I used to do, but now this is what the benefits of what I'm doing now. And that has, you kind of connect with the students more, saying that you've learned it as well, instead of just like throwing something new to the students that you don't use at all.
For me, it was like I could understand how it was just like a visual representation of kind of what I already knew. But I struggled a bit at the start, kind of understanding all the terms myself, especially as my first year, I was kind of surrounded by the senior tutors that came up with ops. So they fully understood it, and I felt kind of out of the loop, just while initially I was trying to understand the facets myself and how to explain them to students. But I felt like it was a good learning experience to teach me, so I knew how to teach them.
It sort of gives structure to that overall idea of critical analysis of a problem and sort of applying the engineering method to a problem, which is a very, very difficult sort of concept to teach. So I think it's an incredibly valuable tool in that sense.
Last year I found a lot, we were just kind of giving it to them with the hopes that they would use it. While this year we focused a lot more on the fill it in. And I feel like that's a thing that we have to further develop into next year.
Yes.
To just start getting the students using it more, which I think we've done better this year, but can still be improved.
So that was actually absolutely fascinating, sort of seeing how positively educators reacted to it, and not just engineering educators, but lecturers from all around the world, really. The feedback was incredible of people who'd never necessarily seen these engineering tools before, having it sort of thrust upon them, and like sort of looking at it as a teaching opportunity and seeing the different ways that it made students, I suppose, approach problems and think about problems. It's sort of unexpected coming in as a tutor to this conference full of lecturers who've been doing it for years and years and years, and them going, "This is brilliant! Why are we doing this?"
I think it's the simplicity. It's simplicity that's a pentagon, and you always go back to the center. It's not a matrix that has different gradings or so many columns or rows. It's just simply a pentagon, which you can always go back to, and you learn it over time, and it becomes second nature, where you always go back to the individual problem.
So I see it a lot as an improvement tool, as a way to kind of identify where they might not be going quite so well in their problem solving. Because a lot of students kind of go into ops being like, "Oh, I know how to problem solve, I've done it before," but they haven't really gone about it in a structured or analytical way. And I found ops is a really good way to be like, well, you're not organising and managing your data, are you? You have no idea what you have. So I find it's a good way to be like, you're not doing this bit, and they should know that they're doing that bit. So it's just nice to have a tool to kind of be able to identify issues that they're having. Kind of just remembering to bring everything back to ops, because first years are really good at forgetting. And so we kind of have to integrate it into everything we do, and it can slip our minds on occasion that we're like, oh, this is actually a really good opportunity to slip ops back in there and just keep it going like that, so that they really get an understanding of how applicable it is to all kinds of different situations.
After using it for 2 years, we know its effectiveness, but sometimes when the first year students don't, I need to remember back that when I was first using it, I didn't really see its effectiveness either, so I need to convey that again, and just if they forget, I just convey that again, and really work that into them, that see the possible benefits of this structure.
Oh, incredibly! It is just that whole problem-solving, critical analysis sort of structure, and it's very easy to skip over some critical parts.
Yes.
And it is very much applicable to any sort of engineering problem, or any problem really.